students would expect a new beginning intended for the so-called the new normal. But in terms of the learning experience of the students, nothing will change.
Good day, Technoids, and welcome to the fourth part of Candid Conversations with the college deans and other guests. These interviews are a part of the third installment of the Discovery Journey Series 2021, and I am your host, Rafi Diano. So the last three episodes with Dr. Cherilyn Santaramana, Dr. Evangeline Evangelista with Engineer Roberto Base, and Dr. Nona Suerte had been fun and very insightful, and I believe we have learned a lot from their candid conversations. And today we are again very privileged to have with us the loving mother, as the students would call her, of the College of Nursing and Allied Health Sciences. Ladies and gentlemen, let us all welcome Dr. Judith Ismael. Hi, ma'am. Good morning.
Hi. Hi, Ma'am Rafi.
Yes.
Good morning.
And of course, joining with us also is the newest member of the College of Nursing and Allied Health Sciences, the chair of the newest program that we're offering, the pharmacy program. Ladies and gentlemen, let us welcome Mrs. Rubie Lim. Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning, everyone.
How have you been, ma'am, for the last 1 year that we have not seen each other face to face? Ma'am Judith.
Okay, I just stayed at home for almost a year, and I was enjoying my life because I was with my children. And at the same time, I was also adjusting to the different learning management systems. And I'm happy because for the entire 1 year, I've learned so many things about technology.
Wow. So this has been a learning experience for you,
Yeah,
Ma'am.
it was really a learning experience for me.
Yes. Now let's go to Ma'am Rubie. Ma'am, how was the first year in CIT, and at the same time, the year wherein we were not able to see each other face to face? Actually, we have not seen each other face to face yet, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. How have you been,
Yes,
ma'am?
actually, when I joined CIT, I only saw Mom Judith, and honestly, the rest of the College of Nursing, I wasn't able also to meet them. And nonetheless, when I started last school year, they were very, very accommodating, very approachable. Though it was very virtual, but then I did not feel that I am an outcast of the college. So I really appreciate that much.
Wow, it's good to hear that, ma'am, because even the students whom we've interviewed before would really say that there is a very warm and friendly environment in the College of Nursing and Allied Health Sciences. In fact, we interviewed a transferee before who surprisingly found a home in the College of Nursing and Allied Health Sciences. He said it was not what he expected, and I am glad that even employees and the teachers feel the same way, just like you. All right. So,
Yes.
so welcome, ma'am. I think this is
Thank you so
our
much.
formal way of welcoming you, no, to the CIT community. Have you been vaccinated, ma'am? The two of you, since you are in the medical, how do you call this, field?
Yes.
Yes, I have, for me you're
Yes,
asking
ma'am.
me? Yeah, I have received the 2 doses of vaccination.
That's
Well,
good.
I am
You
fully
also, ma'am Ruth?
vaccinated, actually. Mhm.
Yes, I also had my second dose 2 weeks ago, I think. Yeah.
Wow. Everyone I interviewed had their vaccination already except for me. So hopefully, God willing, in the future, we will not be doing this virtually anymore. Okay, so let's begin. No, we call this portion answers to questions you rarely ask. So for BS Pharmacy for one, so this is a baby. How do you call this program? No, this was launched just last year together with BS Criminology. So my question would be for Ma'am Ruby, and I'm just very curious, Ma'am, how was it like to offer a new program under the online setup?
Honestly, it was very, very challenging. The fact that the new program just opened, which is a medical program opening in a well-known IT institution. It's very, very challenging. Honestly, it's very challenging. And the challenge was even highlighted when COVID-19 hit just in time when CHED approved the opening of the program last school year, 2020-2021. It is a fact that the academe was not spared from this devastating effect of this unprecedented global pandemic. On the positive note, the CIT's resiliency, being a top-notch IT institution, kept us or everyone else afloat up until today. So the BS pharmacy program was able to open, and we were able to provide multiple approaches in delivering online education at the lowest cost. Yes, CIT, well-known standardized institution, offers BS pharmacy program at the lowest cost among other schools in Cebu. And with that, we can assure you that we will continually provide and ensure that our students will be molded to be a competent IT-enabled pharmacist in the future.
That's good to know, ma'am, no, that we were not how do you call this? We were not stopped by any way
Yes.
by the pandemic, no, in offering the quality of education that we promise to our students.
That is, of course, I would like to thank with the department for the support, and of course the CIT administration for their support in all aspects, from teacher support to the online and all the skills that we need to acquire in preparation for our class last year.
I heard, ma'am, that all teachers were really trained before the start of the school
Yes,
year.
yes. Before we started the LMS, teachers were really immersed into it. So to ensure that we can really provide to our students the best learning education, the learning management we can for them amidst the situation, amidst the limitation of the online learning.
And I believe you also joined Ma'am Judith, right? Because you said na you learned a lot for this year. And I think the training was not limited to the teachers alone. I think everyone, the chairs and the deans also joined the training by Create.
Yes.
So
Yeah,
I
yeah,
believe that that training was not limited to the teachers alone,
yeah.
right?
Also the dean. We
Yes.
also attended the training.
Mm-mm. So to those who are watching us, so you can we can give you the confidence that everyone in CIT are really trained and made ready to deliver online distance learning before we started last year. And since we've been doing it for like over a year already, so we are better at it now even than when we started. So thank you for highlighting that, Ma'am Rubes. Ma'am, my second question is quite, no, this is quite controversial. So, Ma'am, most believe, Mango, that pharmacists are, only there or only functions to dispense medication. No, they believe that they are just, order takers, order fulfillers, and the like. So, what can you say, ma'am, about this notion that they have that they are only there to serve or to wait on the orders given by doctors?
Okay. Honestly, this Tindera image has been a challenge to our profession then and now. But let me share 2 points about this matter. First thing is that I would like to clear up some misconception. For those who don't know, not all employees in the counter of drugstores are actually pharmacists. Most of them, if not all, are pharmacy assistants or pharmacy technicians. Most of the establishments only have one pharmacist per shift. Thus, patients are advised to look or ask for the pharmacist on duty if they need in-depth discussion of their medication, so that they will be educated about their medication. Another thing is that I cannot also deny the fact, though, that there are really also pharmacists that cannot perform for some reasons, cannot fully or optimally perform their role in patient medication counseling. Thus, the pharmacist or the Philippine Pharmacist Association challenges every pharmacist in the country to go outside from the shelves, to take the lead in medication custody. Also, in connection to this, it is one of the goals of the pharmacy program in CITU, that we will ensure that we will mold our students, we will equip our students to be knowledgeable, to have the skill needed, and of course the confidence to deal with other healthcare professionals, the patients, and the public in general. So that's really one of the goals of our program, to really produce that kind of graduates that they are ready in the industry, that will go beyond that image of being a tindera.
Being a tindera. Yes, ma'am, because I've really heard that, no, and so many instances that that's the usual route that pharmacists take after
Yes,
graduation. So we are glad that you are able to clear that out. And even for me, I do not have a full grasp of the entire thing because we just offered BS Pharmacy also in CIT. So I'm so glad that you're here to join us this morning to clarify that
yeah, sure, sure.
wrong notion. Yes, ma'am, and misconception. So since you've already started talking about the career or the functions of pharmacists, so ma'am, maybe you can share with us the different career paths that BS Pharmacy graduates can take. If not all of them can be in pharmacies, so are there other paths that they can take, ma'am?
Okay. Actually, one of the exciting perks of being a pharmacist is that as job security. Okay, for the reason that there are many areas of pharmacy practice that they can choose when they become a licensed pharmacist. In which once they will become a pharmacist. I mean, once a pharmacist um, is out in the field, job is actually hunting for them, not the other way around. For the reason that, again, as I've said, there are wide array of areas of practice in pharmacy profession. Like, for example, if you want to be the most accessible pharmaceutical practitioner in the public, or in the public, you can be a community pharmacist. You will be seeing this pharmacist almost every corner in the community. And then if you want to have this kind of more patient-centered approach, you can be a clinical pharmacist. There is also hospital pharmacist, which has same more or less roles of the community pharmacy. And then there is also this, when you want to manufacture or compound medication and do counseling for cancer patient, you can do oncology pharmacist. And there's so many more actually. And one thing I would like also to highlight is that we are also into research, which is, I think, timely for our situation
Yes.
now. Who
Yes.
knows, one of the pharmacists in the future in our university who will be enrolling will be able to discover the drug or the wonder drug that would treat COVID. Why not, right? So
Yes.
it's part of our profession actually. We do the research, drug discovery, and drug development. It's part of our profession. When there is drug development, aside from chemist, pharmacist is involved. So for those who are into drug discovery, this is really a course. This is really a profession that you might want to take. You want to take into consideration. So another thing is that this is also a very good preparatory course for medicine. For those who want to take up a doctor degree after their their undergrad, this is also a very good preparatory course, because you just imagine doctors prescribe medications, and remember that medicines are the forte of pharmacists. We study that from first year until we graduate. So this is a very good preparatory course for doctors. Another thing is that if unfortunately, worst comes to worst, you will not finish the BS pharmacy program, you can still be employed as pharmacy technician. There will be lesser requirements, not too strict for those non-paramedical courses if you want to be employed as pharmacy technicians. So that's also another perks in case you cannot really graduate with the diploma of BS Pharmacy.
Now that I know that, we can now, how do you call this, encourage or persuade more students, ma'am, to really pursue BS Pharmacy, because
I really hope so, ma'am. Sorry, yeah, because
yes,
there are
ma'am,
really,
please don't
really
do
many. In fact, if I really have to enumerate all of them, we might take time for those
yes.
areas of practicing pharmacy. There are really a lot of pharmacy areas that you can choose from. So I would just like to stress out that once we take up pharmacy and a licensed pharmacist in the future, there is an assurance for landing a job after
Yes, the
have the license.
opportunities are endless, ma'am, for pharmacy graduates. And it's also good that you highlighted that it's a good pre-med course, because a
Yeah.
lot are really considering to pursue medicine. So in CIT, you already have two options. You have nursing and you
Yeah.
have pharmacy. So even to our senior high school graduates who are still considering or who are still second
Yes.
guessing or having second thoughts, so you now have two options to stay in CIT University. You can either take up BS Nursing or BS Pharmacy as a pre-med course. Thank you very much, Ma'am
Thank you,
Rubie, for
ma'am.
enlightening us. Now let's go to Ma'am Judith. Ma'am, there is this question, ma'am, that we have been bombarded from the very beginning of this year, ma'am. Do you think, ma'am, we can go back to limited face-to-face for the nursing program? Do you think, ma'am, we are probably, how do I call this? Do you think we are ready to welcome students in the campus by first semester, ma'am?
Definitely, yes. Our university president already informed CHED and IETF that we are going to conduct limited face-to-face classes as well as limited face-to-face clinical rotation for Bachelor of Science in Nursing and midwifery programs effective school year 2021-2022. We,
Wow, that's good news. That's good
we have
news, ma'am.
already prepared all the required documents to be submitted to CHED, and our facilities are now being retrofitted to ensure the health and safety of our students, faculty, and staff while they are inside the school campus. So
Wow.
the parents of our students are now informed, and we encourage all our students to attend the face-to-face classes for related learning experience courses because these are skills-based.
Mm-mm.
It would be easier for the students to learn the nursing skills through return demonstration with the physical assistance of our faculty inside the nursing skills laboratory. And besides the medical equipment, the nursing models, and other materials that are needed for the return demonstration can be found inside the nursing skills laboratory.
That's true, ma'am. So that's very good news, ma'am. I believe the community or everyone who's watching us right now just gave a sigh of relief no, to hear that come first semester of 2021-2022, we will be welcoming some students back to the campus for limited face-to-face. And by clinical clerkship, ma'am, you mean their duty in the hospitals? Is that correct,
Yeah,
ma'am?
we'll also start the clinical rotation of our students this coming first semester, most probably by August or September.
Oh, okay. So those third year or fourth year students who are
Incoming
watching
first year
us,
students, incoming third year, and incoming second year students.
okay. So take note of that. I'm sure you are excited, though I know part of you are also anxious. Some of you, rather, are also anxious, but I think you still have time to prepare for that, no, yourselves physically and mentally to the upcoming limited face-to-face classes and clerkship. So, ma'am, once we go back to the campus, what can we expect, ma'am? I know you are part of the operations sustainability team of CIT University. What are the changes, ma'am, that they can see when they go back to the campus?
Well, students would expect a new beginning intended for the so-called the new normal. But in terms of the learning experience of the students, nothing will change. So because of the outset of the COVID-19 pandemic last year, the safety of our students is our primordial concern. So we expect our students to be fully vaccinated prior to the start or the conduct of face-to-face classes. Yes, and to undergo RT-PCR before they will be exposed in the hospital, because this is one of the requirements of our affiliated hospitals. Students are not allowed to go on duty unless they can present the result of the RT-PCR test. Also, students are expected to strictly comply with the health and safety protocols imposed by the school, also by the hospitals. Like, for example, wearing a face mask, face shield all the time, avoiding mass gatherings, observe social or physical distancing, washing hands frequently, and other safety protocols that we have to follow.
And also, I can see, ma'am, no, behind you, since you are in the S&T building or where the College of Nursing is, there are people working on the changes that we're making, ma'am. The retrofitting is ongoing, ma'am, no, of
Yes,
there
yes.
in the nursing College of Nursing. So, guys, to those who are watching, so just in case you don't know, so we have the Operation Sustainability team in CIT University who's looking into preparations that needed to be done before we start accepting students back. So, to those parents, you can be confident that we are still looking out for the health and safety of your children, even when they are already back in the campus or are already doing their rotational duties in hospitals. Dr. Ismael is there to ensure the safety of your children. Now, ma'am, another question, ma'am. Based on the trends, students, ma'am, are split, no? Some are more eager to take up nursing because they can see the demand. However, others are also anxious because of the fear of the pandemic. So, what can you advise, ma'am, for those who are still living in fear right now? Though they have the right to be afraid. All of us are still afraid. The virus is still out there. But what can you advise, ma'am, from a medical standpoint, no? As to how we can move forward in the now normal.
Now, I believe that there are many students who are eager to take up nursing despite the pandemic. Now, in fact, last year when COVID-19 pandemic set in, there were more nursing enrollees compared to the previous years when there was no pandemic yet. But you know, nursing as a profession is always at the top of the list. In fact, right now, there is a great demand for nurses, not only here in the Philippines, but all over the world. Nursing has always played an important role or vital role in the healthcare community. So those students who are planning to take up nursing are those students who considered COVID-19 pandemic as a challenge or challenging, and are ready to face or are ready to answer their calling in spite of their fear of contracting the disease. And as to the advice, again was the question, advice to those who are anxious. Now, my
Yes,
advice
ma'am.
to those who are anxious, not only students but to everybody,
Yes,
those who are anxious because of fear of contracting COVID-19 disease, they have to submit themselves for vaccination. Now, more and more people are now getting vaccinated so that threats brought about by this pandemic actually have declined. Also, uh, if they are already fully vaccinated, or aside from being fully vaccinated, they still have to continue adhere to the safety standards set by the government. Again, wearing a face mask, face shield, avoiding mass gatherings, frequent hand washing, and if possible, always stay at home, especially those who are already senior citizens and those who have comorbidities.
Thank you, ma'am. You are, I believe, among my guests, the two of you are the most credible to say that because you are in the medical field. So for those who are still doubting if they should take they should have themselves vaccinated. So coming from you, you are pro-vax good, and then I believe that's the only way to go for everyone right now. And even those who are fully vaccinated already, we should still be very cautious and observe proper health and safety protocols. Thank you very much, ma'am, for gracing our show this morning. So before we go, I have this common question for everyone. So what is it, or what spot in CIT do you miss the most, or what is your favorite spot in CIT? So can we go first with Ma'am Ruby?
I'm not too sure because I'm new with I'm new with the institution. I guess I can answer that I was challenged with the stairs of the nursing because I was thinking this I might really lose weight with this. It's for retrofitting of myself as well. But kidding aside, I actually like when I'm not really very familiar with CIT. I just actually got the chance to enter CIT when I went to HR, visited Dean last year, and actually I don't know how, but the feeling I feel very homey with the place. I feel like I even told Dean Ismael about this. Mom, the feeling here is like heartwarming. I don't know. I'm not an alumna or I'm not from CIT, but when I got inside the campus, I feel it's kind of like homey for me. Actually, yes, that's how I had the feeling before, and I think when I come here now, I mean, when I just got here again after a year, even without any people around, it's the same feeling actually. If the feeling is really different, like that's it. Like it's nostalgic, something. It feels like home, something like that. No
So when we get
exaggeration, but that's really how I feel.
when we get back, ma'am, and when I'm also vaccinated now, I'll give you a quick tour of
Yeah,
CIT.
actually, ma'am, I'm very excited. I thought I'll be seeing you today. So I'm really very curious about you. Been seeing each other virtually, but nonetheless, hope to see you soon.
Yes, ma'am. So that's my ma'am. That's my promise to give you a quick tour there in CIT University. So how about you, Ma'am Jude? What's your favorite spot or the spot that you miss the most in CIT?
Well, I miss my office because
Oh,
because this is where there's a place where majority of our students actually when they had consultation, when they have problems, they always see me in my office. Majority of the students. Also, another is the nursing skills laboratory, where students perform the different nursing procedures together with the faculty. And I mean, every time there are nursing procedures performed by the students together with the faculty, I was there to supervise them, to give additional inputs because based on my experience, I've been in the hospital for so many years. So I was able to, add something to what we have taught to the students.
before no, we miss home when we are when we are at work. Now that we are at home, we miss our offices. We miss the places where we can go and talk to our students. So thank you, ma'am. This has been a very fun and even enlightening, candid conversation with the two of you. So to those who are still not enrolled, we would like to announce that we are still accepting enrollees in the College of Nursing and Allied Health Sciences. And now we already offer 3 programs: BS Nursing, BS Pharmacy, and Diploma in Midwifery. So that that's the programs that we offer in the college. And if you have other questions, please feel free to drop them a message to the official FB page. And with that, I think we can already say goodbye to our viewers, ma'am. Let's do that together. Bye.
Bye,
Thank
everyone.
you
Thank
very
you for
much. much,
watching.
Maria.
See you around. God bless and stay
Thank you.
safe.